pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Detroit, where the Pistons will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, a win tonight would bring them to 3-0 on the young season. What a start that would be for them. They've looked awfully good in those first two wins. Tonight we're watching Kyrie Irving, former #1 pick overall. That's a lofty level of expectation to live up to, Kenny, but he's matched the hype surrounding him.
Yeah, he can hurt you from a lot of areas of the floor, and he shoots the three off the dribble, spot up three, dribble, break you down off the dribble, get you in transition. Which way can he beat you? He's a natural-born scorer, but when he's becoming that natural passer, it makes this team almost unstoppable to beat.
Yes, natural-born scorer. That's because he was born in New Jersey. People underestimate his strength. He's tough. He's strong. And I don't know between him and Steph Curry who has the best handles in the game.
I was just going to ask that very question.
Oh, you might have to throw Chris Paul in there, too. He's got some handles.
No way. Stop it.
Okay,
no.
Those two.
Okay, then who would you take?
Handles-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going with Kyrie. Just strictly handles, I'm going with Kyrie.
I'm going with Steph Curry. He make people fall. He make legends fall.
Oh, I like that. I like that. He makes legends fall. Hey, Kevin Harlan.
That was a movie, wasn't it?
A legend in his own right, standing by to make the call.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off a good outing against Denver.
And then in that game, guys, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Green in a two-guard. He's out there with Irving, and it's Montgomery in at center. And it's Green, missing. Malone passes to Bush. Shot from 12. Good!
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because it, to me, is just much more comforting to play from the front than to be battling from behind.
That doesn't go either for Green. So it's the Pistons now. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and the season series between these two, 4 games at all, starting tonight. A chance to stake out an advantage in the division.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. That's always valuable. Not just a win, but seeding advantages down the line. I'm looking forward to this.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Pistons. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, and as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Cleveland's gone 0-2 from New Deal. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. First trip to the line for him here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And, guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
First free throw is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Celtics in Boston.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
That's good. Green's got his first basket of the night.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Modiunas, a screen on Irving. Malone drives in. Feeds it to Modiunas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kursov with 1 on the clock, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
So it's Detroit now, following the three-pointer by Freak. Green with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
A nice shot by Irving.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Now here's Malone. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Denver. It's Drummond with
Emphatic. I mean, you're not going to get anything soft. And when he comes to the rim, this young man is all about power.
Yeah, it's going to be a full force display every time with this guy.
Yeah, he's a one-man throwdown machine. What a finisher.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more.
It's just simple, guys.
In the warm-ups
No rebounds.
Right now. These are just shooting
No
game
rings.
shots.
We need to dominate the glass. Bigs, get the ball off the rim and get it out to our guards.
Last season, Freak number 1.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
The Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Lopez is checked in. Outside Jackson. Over to the wing. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Detroit. Here's Kursov, and that one comes up a bit short.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Now here's Jackson, following the miss by Freak. Modiunas kicks to Jackson. Outside Hardaway. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Here's Smart. Passes it to Dort. On the wing, Green. Guarded by Hardaway. Green dishes to George. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
They set the pick. Hardaway from outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
A nice shot by George.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
There's a screen by Modiunas. Outside Jackson. Modiunas has a screen for Jackson. He kicks it to Modiunas. He feeds it to Hardaway. Detroit needs to get off a shot. A putback, and Drummond throws it down.
Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive boards, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The hustle's great, guys, but I think we all prefer to see the finish when you can go up and throw it down like that.
The Pistons making a change here. .127 left to play here in the first. George with the screen on Jackson. Hardaway against Green. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. And it's McCullough with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
On the wing, Green. Three-pointer, and he gets it to go. Green's got 11 points.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Pass to McCullough. Anderson outside. Jackson hands it from downtown.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Smart with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. And it's Green. Missing. Pistons trailed by 3. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Jackson drives in. Drummond. No good with the layup.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Outside, Green. He hits the shot at the very last second.
Goodness.
Woo!
The pressure on him in those circumstances was massive.
Oh, man. What pressure? You guys are over-exaggerating here. I mean, you can't rattle this guy no matter what the situation is.
And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 6. We'll get right back to the action when we return. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Detroit, Andre Drummond is out there with McCullough. Then there's Anderson, and it's Bush in at the shooting guard position.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics really lit it up from the floor. He had 49 points and was just on point from deep, sinking what seemed to be an endless stream of threes. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, I thought was truly incredible.
Unreal. I mean, he was literally on another planet in that game. He did it all on the floor.
What's interesting to me, guys, is to see how much energy he's able to play with here tonight. I mean, his legs still have to be a little heavy from that last game.
He's off on the second. And he finally knocks one down. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Kicks to Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Love's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And, guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
6 to shoot. Here's Kershaw.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And the Pistons with possession here. 7-point differential. That's good.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
And here is Green. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Love with the bucket.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Pass to Bush. Plenty of space. And he drops that one in. 8 points for him.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Well, after that great first quarter from outside, he's cooled down here.
Inside, got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. The Pistons making a change here. Malone's checked in. Madsen, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. So it's Detroit now, trailing by 5.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Green. That doesn't go either for Green.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
The drive by Malone. Green with the block. Here's Irving. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Irving's got his third basket of the night.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guy. He made it look easy that time.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. Well, as we take a look at the rankings, let's see where Detroit ended up last season. 4th and second chance point, 6th in assists. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
And just go revisit those numbers in terms of second chance points. That was elite, and they weren't shy about sticking their nose in there and going after the ball.
Here's Malone, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. The drive by Malone. Good D by Irving.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody, but you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Green against Jackson. Irving kicks to Green. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Love with a wide open look. The kick out to Irving. There's the pass to Montgomery. Irving dishes to Green. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Both teams deciding to change it up. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Rebounded by Jackson.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't. Yeah,
it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
Now here's Hardaway. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver. Here's McCullough. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
They're getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
Now here's Green. He's got 17, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Malone kicks to Drummond. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Here's Hardaway following the basket by Freak. Now the feed to Lopez. Count the bucket. And it's an 11-point Cavalier lead. 52 seconds left in the first half. There's the pick. Malone drives in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Pistons shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
The Cavaliers leading by 9. Here's Green, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. The Cavaliers making the shot. It's Jackson with the drive. The dish to Drummond. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Second team foul. Substitution for the Pistons. Bush.
And so it's Cleveland with it. That will count. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so that's the end of the first half. Cavaliers ahead, up by 11. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
I appreciate that.
That's good, Clark. So on the floor for Cleveland, Green, he's in at shooting guard. He's out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's Love in at the 4 slot. Irving kicks to Green. Back to Love. Cleveland moving it around. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 5. Down low. Here's Green. Here's Montgomery. Kicks it out to Love. Dishes it to Green. Love with the screen for Green. Feeds it to Love. Nice job coming off that screen. Love's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Drummond. 10 points for him. And that one's good.
Timeout, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. 4th, Freak.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
And he lays it straight in. Green's got 25 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Malone. Cleveland's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Love, no good.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Green. He's got 25. Green with a screen for Irving to the right side. And Love gets it to go.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. Last season, he played outstanding, averaged about 37 points a game, 8 assists, and over 2.5 steals. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
Defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed. That's why he's the team's leading scorer.
Now here's Malone. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Kept alive. Here's Kursov. Shot is good off the back rim and in. He's got 10.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Passes it to Hansen. Here's the screen. Green kicks to Irving, and he banks in the layup. Irving's got 13 points.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Malone passes to Drummond. Here's Kursov. No good from outside. Cleveland leading by 15. Green with the ball. Picked up by Malone. Outside Irving. Outside Green. Left side Love. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Love's got 9 points here in the second half.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And that one's good. Drummond.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Outside Green. Back to Irving. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, Irving has simply been great. 13 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Cavaliers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Both free throws good for Irving. Here's Jackson. Anderson outside. There's the pick. He dishes it to Hardaway. Irving against Jackson. 5 to shoot. Shoots it up. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Lopez. Lays it in off the breakaway. Lopez has got his second bucket of the game to go.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Pistons. To the left wing. Lopez a screen. Smart passes the goal. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Doyle. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Here's Irving. Finished off the break. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Drummond. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Jackson. The Cavaliers pull it in.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And Detroit has possession, following the score by Cleveland. Pass to Drummond, and that one is hammered home.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Now, here is Irving. 17 points in the game.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Jackson against Irving. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Pistons have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Wilson Holmes.
16 seconds left here in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Hardaway from outside. No good. Smart. Shot is off. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Cavaliers on top, running away with this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Anderson is out there with Montejunas, and it's Holmes in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Kursov. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Here's Smart. Green inside. No good there off the double clutch. Pistons trail by 21. There's a screen by Montejunas. Kicks to Anderson. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Here's Holmes. He sinks the 11-footer. Cleveland leading by 19 points.
Get the ball inside.
Outside, Green. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Pass to Holmes. He feeds it to Montejunas. Clock at 4. Lets it go from 14. And he knocks down the jumper.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Smart dishes to Green. Smart kicks to Love. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Drummond. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Ripped away. And here's the fast break. Lays it in off the breakaway.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
And it's Green with the jam.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Pistons trail by 21. Malone with it. Now guarded by Smart. Motiejunas has the open look. It's good from long range.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Smart passes to Green. Good, and Smart gets the assist. That's now 32 points for Freak.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Bush passes to Drummond. They set the screen. Here's Malone. Rebounded by Smart.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. Really an extraordinary game for Green. 8 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
And I like the fact that one has really fed into the other.
Keep fighting. All right, D up after this one, all right? Let's go.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Drummond a screen. Malone dishes to Drummond. Green with the rebound. Green's got 8 rebounds in this game.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
The Pistons have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Drummond a screen. Malone drives in. Again, the miss by Malone.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Green. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Malone outside. The pass to Bush. Can they get it? So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And he knocks down the first one. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And so he hits both. Cleveland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Passes it to Manson. No good. Great D that time from Hardaway. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
The Cavalier shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Green, nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Bush, and it's good from the elbow.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Freak. Now here's Jackson. Motiejunas a screen on Irving to the middle. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Reggie Jackson.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Outside, Green. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Motiejunas.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Detroit. Freak.
And he makes the first. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. He kicks to Hardaway. The feed to Anderson. Pass to Holmes. Just 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Hardaway. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Cavaliers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Green. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And George kicks to Irving. Back to George. Montejunas with the steal. Outside Hardaway. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man,